Hello there, name's Abno, and today I bring you a story about a newbie who went from having potential to being great to being a complete pain. Let's roll for tale. For context, everybody else in this group has had varying amounts of TTRPG experience, ranging from a few months, but a firm grasp, to people like me who have been playing for several years. But there's this one girl playing with us that is severely lacking experience and makes some irrational judgments. The start of the problems began before session 0. I was invited by a friend to join a campaign that one of his friends was starting, and I happily said yes. However, the cautious type that I am, I did some casual looking at the Facebook profiles of everybody I didn't know. Everybody seemed cool, if a bit quirky. No real bombshells anyways. Up until I reached this girl and see that one of the first photos on her profile is a Confederate flag. Being gay, this was concerning to say the least. I didn't bring it up ever, and it hasn't come up yet, but it's still something that concerns me. After that, it wasn't anything bad. Complete newbie shenanigans for her, but she has some good ideas with what she does with her character. But then she just doesn't show up for several sessions in a row. I'll admit that I wasn't upset by this. Truthfully, those several sessions were some of the best times I had playing D&D, and I think we were just thinking of talking to her about dropping the campaign before she came back. At this point, I had started to see some hope for her. She was really into role-playing and created some interesting dynamics between her PC and ours. It was a lot of fun. But then things got upsetting. We infiltrated a necromancer's lab who was working with the BBEG. Inside were 2 banshees and some sort of flesh golem. We managed to convince them that we were on their side with some knowledge we had gained prior. One of our players grew curious and asked what they looked like. The DM showed us images of these enemies, to which the problem player expressed a great deal of interest in, to the point of obsession. She tried making friends with it while the rest of us did some exploration of the lab. Eventually, they see through the disguise and we enter combat, except for her. She's still trying to convince the monster, who is also now fighting and actively attacking her, that she's with it. So what does she do? She attacks our NPC comrade, no warning in character. I get what she was doing on paper, but it seemed like she didn't quite get it when we all acted negatively and the NPC attacked her. Nearly killed her too until she explained her reasoning in character after the fight. I think the DM held back due to her still being new, bless his heart. Then she said she wanted her character to find a necromancer to revive this flesh golem. Once again, took DM intervention to get her not to do that. And then this was a complete flip from the next session, where she was on her phone 90% of the time. We had to actively raise our voice at her to even get her attention. All of it just worries me, to be honest. I want to talk to the DM about approaching her, and I also want to give her the benefit of the doubt in certain areas. I guess what I'm asking for is some guidance or whatever. The end. It honestly seems to me like she got really upset over the event with the banshees and the flesh golem, and instead of airing out her grievances, she's just making sessions miserable for everyone else by being disinterested. Why even go when it's fairly apparent that you don't want to be there? Click that like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you really liked it, and I'll see y'all on the next story.